This is TB.
Get him a body bag.
Hey, now when you walk into the ring,
Adam Lopez, the young prospect, 15-0, allowed us to shadow him as he took the journey from Texas all the way to New Jersey to headline his second Showbox event versus Mario Munoz. The Boxing Voice was granted access behind the scenes through fighter meetings, weigh-ins, hotel scenes. So stick around and definitely enjoy and follow the career of Adam Lopez.
Boxing Voice. This is TBV.
Live. What's up, Adam? How you feeling, man?
Not much, dude. Just here playing with my nipple.
You feeling, man? How's the trip?
Oh, you gonna keep that in there? Good play?
Yeah.
It's just tiring. You know, the trips and sleeping on planes. I hate sleeping on planes, man.
Yeah. What's up with Vito, man? How's he doing? What do you have to say, your promoter?
Just being crazy, telling us all these stories and stuff.
Yeah.
He's wild. He's a wild man.
We got a little dilemma, man. It turns out the guy you're gonna be fighting, he might be next door to you on the other side of this wall right here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I've already heard my name being called like a couple of times. Already.
Yeah.
I'm just like, these motherfuckers just gotta keep my name out their mouth.
Yeah, it's a crazy coincidence, man. But
It is, dude.
yeah.
It sucks.
So what's going on? You getting a lot of love back home? Everybody's sending you messages and stuff. I know I'm getting stuff through the stuff I'm posting.
Yeah, no, I'm getting some stuff.
Yeah. They're pretty big, man, for the it's been a while for San Antonio. Man, let me go take a look at this. Let me take a look at this road. And take a look at that. Well, it's not gonna be a sneak peek. You're gonna see this later, but you know.
Yeah, actually, I haven't really shown anybody where I'm aware.
Yeah. Well, this will go out afterwards. I think everything will probably be done, or maybe even tomorrow. But yeah, that's sharp. Yeah, that's the belt. Belt. Yeah. So that's cool. Y'all got on the same plane. You, trainer, pops. Good.
Fucking Will got on the plane. Memo. That's what we're gonna call him now. It's not Will anymore, because then nobody gets a shit about a guy named Will.
William.
Yeah, you have to call him Memo. So if you create controversy, that's how we're gonna get his name out.
Oh man, so you're already on weight, just chilling. Everything's going smooth. Everything's on target, man.
I'm probably like a pound over, but
Yeah.
so I can sleep at night, because I'm not gonna fucking be 122 and be dying of thirst and tossing and turning. I'm just gonna be at least a little bit comfortable, and I'll just lose the 2 pounds tomorrow.
You're just thinking about everything that's gonna happen, going through your head, or what? Because I mean, now that you already got everything picked out, right? The gloves, the music,
Yeah.
all the minor details.
The gloves. We looked at the gloves today. It's between MX. It's between MX.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought they'd scoff.
What's going on, Carlos? Trainer.
10 pounds. Oof.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all eat?
Man, we got to know don't even ask.
You ate Johnny Rockets?
We got to know Vito a lot better, man.
It's good. It's good. It's the promoter.
He talked about everything. We talked about the Muhammad, Lou, and the movie Gangland, the mobsters. Did you find it?
Yeah, we're filming 2 days.
Here's your charger too.
We're filming 2 days.
So he's a little tall, you're a little taller, he's a little shorter, so I want you to look good. This is the top of the show, so I'm not waiting, I'm not doing this for exercise. Yeah. Yeah, right. A little down. There we go. That's good, Scott.
Sometimes you have, what's his name?
Yeah.
That guy from Showtime.
Yeah, they got rotating staff, but I can see that since the guy speaks Spanish, the other one.
Oh, Marcus.
He only speaks Spanish, yeah. Strength and conditioning coach right here, Will.
Yeah.
What's up, Will?
What's up? How's it going?
His name's Memo now.
Yeah. Memo Ramon.
Yeah, Memo.
I give you some kind
Take
of
it.
controversial name, just so you can. It seems to be working for Memo, so
For sure.
Let's go.
And the training's even working better for Adam.
yeah. Oh man, I gotta get this shit out the way.
You're wearing long sleeve shorts.
Oh, short sleeve.
Yeah, about to do the same.
Well, that's alright. So y'all just changing for the fighter meeting?
Yeah, well, told us to bring,
Boardwalk.
told us to bring a uniform.
To wear the whole thing?
Yeah, well, not to wear it to the fight meeting, but bring it.
Do you want me to have to bring, you want me my whole one?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Bring the whole
No,
uniform?
no.
I mean,
Not
you
the
can if you
uniform.
Oh, your
I gotta bring
uniform.
the uniform.
Gotcha. Your trunks.
Yeah, his trunks, but right now we can wear
Yeah, you can wear the
uniform
GH3
as
if you
well as the
want.
weigh-in. I'm just gonna wear it.
I'm just gonna fuck this shit.
So the media hoops, man, would you having to, go to the fire meetings and do all these, take pictures? They're taking pictures of you too, right? For
Yeah,
the
they do the.
Oh, sorry.
Where they have the thing where you just like this.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. So we're gonna do all that shit.
Is it kind of weird timing for fighters though, since they're like everybody's
I
like
don't-
weight
I don't
cutting
wanna
right now?
fucking talk to anybody right now.
Yeah.
They have to answer all these questions, and you have to sound smart. The worst questions are the ones like where they're like, where they have you sitting in the black room and you have to talk, and then they're like, okay, now talk about your strategy, and you're like, you're kind of thinking to yourself like, I don't fucking even know what I'm gonna do next, so
Yeah.
I'll like to tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I could tell you something completely different to what I'll be doing in the fight.
Yeah.
But yet you want me to show that.
Yeah. Sorry, Robert. Got you.
No, if you did, please take that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yours fits okay, Carlos. Your uniform.
Yeah, it's a little big and baggy, so I'm just gonna.
Is it a size
I'm just gonna go
medium?
like this right now.
They just make them big and thick.
We're gonna go to the fighter meeting next week.
Huh?
well, it's all done in one shot, right? Then you can kind of just get back to relaxing and doing just thinking about what.
He's gonna have, I think, 2 or 3 little interviews. You can get right like towards the back of the room and just video it if you want.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Huh?
What do you think, Carlos? See, calm, cool and collective, ready to go.
Adam's that man. I mean, there's nothing else to do except
Yeah.
really fight. He's ready. He's ready. Really.
He's never shown his nervousness either, like or he's shown poise even with guys like Kino who pressured on a Showtime. Even on his first debut, he's just where you see a lot of guys go in there when they're younger and they're on TV for the first time, they kind of get too excited.
You're gonna wear your uniform?
Yeah.
I'm with it. Yeah, right here. Actually, it's the jacket.
He has something that
It's the
I'm
jacket.
gonna wear my
a lot of
pants
fighters don't
and
have,
jacket.
and it's that like.
I'm saving my pants and my
He has
Montekia
that
shirt for
veteran
the
type
fight
mentality.
night.
of,
The poise.
Yeah, that poise,
Yeah.
that relaxation. He's very relaxed, and so something that I didn't even have, and I was always anxious. I want to get it over with. I want to fight the guy right now, and going out there and slugging it out. He's more of calm, collected, and strong puncher.
Yeah. What do you think, Will? As far as y'all know you're monitoring his the conditioning, the weight, the the intake and all that.
This is probably the most disciplined he's been, of all the other camps.
Yeah.
He's a very disciplined person.
Y'all could relax. This isn't like an interview. This is me to you. It's us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's fine, man.
Yeah.
We take it each day of camp a day at a time. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is the strongest he's looked out of all the camps.
Yeah.
He continues to get better and better, which is what we're aiming for. Better and better each day, better and better each week. So again, he's ready. Just a matter of going in there and getting it done. All the hard work's over.
Yeah.
He's already on weight. Barely has to work out at all today.
Yeah.
So
it's just mental now, right?
It's
just
absolutely.
focus.
He's been doing this whole life. He's been doing this his whole life. So it's just a matter of getting there and having fun.
How nervous do you get?
Dude, I don't really get that nervous. I trust all the hard training we do. And I know he knows what he's doing. And he's mentally ready, especially when he talks to Bob. So
Yeah.
he's ready to go. For sure.
Cool.
Definitely ready to go.
Yeah, those are sharp. Those are jumpsuits. All right, man. Just a couple more hoops to jump through. Be able to just get back to normal. Just the weigh-ins. 5 o'clock, right? 5 o'clock weigh-ins.
Yeah, but we gotta go.
4 o'clock. We're going to fill out all the paperwork.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully the weigh-ins go in
Maybe
on time.
downstairs. They may have some scotch tape.
It's in a different hotel, the fighter meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weigh-ins today. Fight with Munoz still on schedule. Yes, that's John Whistle.
The weekend earlier.
It was awesome, dude. It was fun, yeah.
No.
I would totally have my kids just playing there. Yeah, they're just no 1 year. Yeah, it's playing a big empty room.
I don't think we do any paperwork. It's all been done.
Wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mario El Yayo Munoz. 121.5 pounds for Mario Munoz. And next, we welcome to the scale. He is the defending champion. He comes to us from San Antonio, Texas, and he is undefeated with 14 wins. 7 of his 14 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Adam Mantequilla Lopez. 121.5 pounds.
Let me say something.
You guys stay down now. Just let these people behind see.
Ellison Odom on deck, please. Please come to the stage.
Yeah, can we use this thing? That's right, that's what he does.
Because you know they're going to do it. Yeah.
That's right.
Bucket, right?
That's it. That's right.
Something happened.
Okay, so we got to see what's happening in 1 minute.
We're going to start. Watch the other guy.
So how do you feel, Carlos? Ready to go up there and do some jockeying?
Well, I feel better now with this coffee and I'm able to concentrate. And one thing is just anxious for Adam to do his thing.
Yeah.
Anxious to see Adam perform at a high level and destroy this guy.
Yeah, he's down there chilling, relaxing. I know he kind of gets like a little quiet and just thinking about what he's gonna do and stuff. So I mean, you see any difference? I mean, I've never seen him this relaxed. You know, do you think that's just from all the work?
It's a good sign. Yeah. He's confident of the work he's put in, and all he has to do is not, when he's under those lights, he can't freeze up and say, "What the hell is this?" Because he's been there before. He's done it before. Now he's in a big fight, a dog fight, but
There's nothing that he doesn't know how to do.
We got an unsung hero right here, Mo. How you doing? You don't mind me putting on camera, right? This is ThaBoxingvoice. Hey, you know, but like I said, unsung heroes. A lot of people don't know behind the scenes, wrapping a guy's hands, something that you specialize in, is very important, especially with a guy like Adam Lopez, who's had hand problems and he hits, he has knockout power in both hands and what he's showing. So how crucial do you think that job is, and how did you learn how to do what it is that you do on that level to getting these guys to where they can perform at their best and not worry about injuries, even though they still might happen, for what you do?
This guy's the best, man. I appreciate that. It's important to have a good hand rapper. If you don't know how to wrap hands, you shouldn't be wrapping hands at all. These are the money makers of the fighter.
Yeah.
That's how they earn a living, with their hands. So having a good hand rapper is crucial, essential to a team.
Yeah, and we've seen that with guys with like Omar Figueroa down in Texas, where I'm from, where he used to be a monster puncher, and versus Arakawa, he was in a shootout, broke both his hands. Since then, he's been wearing winning gloves, and he hasn't had any pop, so people have been kind of walking through him with ease, and he's not really putting that punishment on. So I mean, once your damage is done, the hands are broken. How we seen with Mayweather, is that a point of no return once they break to that point?
That's an injury that's always going to haunt the fighter. Because it's always in the back of it's always in the back of the mind. If I hit him hard, am I going to break my hands? Am I going to break my knuckle? Am I going to have to take a knee because it hurts so bad? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
So it's important to even if I do wrap my hands, it's always he could always hurt his hands.
Yeah.
I just try to prevent it where it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck. I think it's gonna be a good night.
My paisano right here. He's one of mine. 2 days.
Adam Lopez. Almost fight time. Back here in the locker room. Feeling relaxed, brother? Cool. I'm focusing in. It's just going good. So far, so good. ThaBoxingvoice here with trainer Carlos Famoso Hernandez, your fighter Adam Lopez. He's getting stitched up right now, unfortunately, but coming off that win tonight on his first main event. How do you feel about the fight?
Pleased, happy that he came out winning, obviously, and he's not seriously hurt or anything like that. So more than anything about the fight, I'm pleased because he not only won, but he won experience, and I think that takes you a long way.
Okay, and it was a tough, gritty battle, even though he did land the cleaner, more telling shots. But what was it about his opponent, or maybe about Adam, that had the fight so gritty?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna say it was a tough fight, but what was it about his opponent, or about Adam, that made it that type of fight?
I mean, the guy was a tough fighter. I mean, he's Mexican, but he didn't have that typical Mexican style. He was more of a jittery kind of fighter that would come in kind of like a football player or a rugby player with his shoulder and his head, his elbows, and I mean, the guy's a dirty fighter, and they know their tricks. They know how to. They're tough. Simple as that. They're tough. They do that back home, I guess. And the thing that surprised me is that the ref didn't have a little bit more control on that. He should have. I mean, he did warn him, but he should have taken already a point away from the guy.
Okay, he did suffer an injury, and talking to him right after the fight, he said that he couldn't see, and it was clear in the middle rounds where he was trying to, kind of gain his composure, but he didn't lose track of what he was doing, the way we see some fighters that haven't been through that type of situation. You've been through that situation as a fighter, being cut and having to fight through it. How do you think he handled it?
I think he did well because what people don't know is when you get that cut, especially right over the eye, that little drop of blood, I mean, just you can't see. I mean, all you see is it's blurry, and not even just blurry. You just can't see. It looks like a fog. And for him, the fight with one eye, it's swollen, and I think he did an excellent job by moving his head. The only thing is we need to work on is keeping those hands up, working more behind the jab, working on shorter shots, working on more combinations. But that's why this win was very important, because he learned. He
And
learned a lot.
This was like somewhat of a launching pad type fight, being his first main event on Showtime. GH3 is pushing him hard. Where do you see him going towards the end of next year after he rests, recoups, and gets back on track? What would you want to see him?
Yeah, that's the main thing first is I want him to rest. I want him to rest up. I don't want him to spar. A lot of times, a lot of fighters, they'll start sparring in the next couple of weeks or within the month. I don't want that. I want him to stay away from sparring. I want him to just stay ready, shadow boxing, working on the bag, things like that, working on muscle memory. But I see big things happening by the end of the year, beginning of next year. I see him making that next step for a world title shot.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. We'll be definitely following, keeping track of all that. But appreciate the time, and we'll follow up as soon as y'all get back at the gym. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Boxing Voice here with Adam Lopez, already back in San Antonio after a tough, gritty bout. I couldn't catch you after the fight. Unfortunately, you suffered a cut, and you had to go get stitched up. But looking back at the fight, you got to watch it, you got to reflect and rest, and now that you're back in town, how do you feel about your performance?
I feel good because, I think I won like 8 rounds to 2. In the fight, it doesn't seem like it seems really close, like when you're in there. So basically, I'm just kind of like, damn, dude, I could be behind. I don't know if I'm winning or not because you're going through all that pain. I had a cut, headbutts, elbows, and, you're just like, you're under that impression that you're down all the time. But then once you go back and you watch it, then you're like, oh, man, I won this easy.
Yeah, and you've never been cut, but maybe it's kind of a blessing in disguise now that you answer some questions to yourself and everybody else where you dealt with it early. Because we've seen fighters, even on the elite level, when they never suffered a cut and they see their own blood and they start having vision problems, they fall apart. But you pulled it together. I think the only rounds he won was when you were having trouble with that eye, but then you started rallying towards the end. How did you feel in the fight, and when did you feel you were taken back over?
I think round 6 is when it happened. I got off to round 6, having a really good round 6. I started coming out, and then I think I got an elbow or shoulder, and it cut me, opened up the cut, and then I remember when I was just looking at the guy, I just remember seeing it, and then all of a sudden, the right side of my face just started getting tight, and I was just like, oh shit, like what is this? And then I looked at the thing and it started swelling and cut. And, then I started moving around a little bit, holding, just trying to buy time to get back to the corner so they could put the end swell on it. But then I think I took another round to adjust, and then after that, round 8 through 9, I won. And, I answered a lot of questions. I answered a lot of questions about myself that, that I'm not going to just fold when I get a cut.
All right, and he hung in there pretty tough, and were you surprised by that? Because there was some sequences where you smell blood. It seemed like you were throwing these hard punches, these hooks, and you were trying to put a hurt on him, maybe get him out of there. But he withstood, those barrages, and he kept coming through with just steady punches. Even though he wasn't landing that much, he just kept coming. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, he had some nice punches. He had a real nice rhythm to him. I really liked that about him when I was fighting him. I don't want to compliment another boxer when I'm fighting him, but the guy had a nice rhythm. He could box, and dude had these real nice little just like tight combination punches. Just they had nothing on him, but they were nice, just to at least touch you.
All right, and looking back, from yourself, do you see anything that you like? Man, maybe I should have did this a little more, or I should have threw this punch right there when you're watching the tape. And how many times have you watched it?
I've probably watched it maybe about like 6 times. Basically, always just jabbing, I guess. I always start off good jabbing, and then I just, I forget about it, and I do my own thing. But I always gotta keep jabbing.
Was it the power? Because when you throw these barrages, like I said, it was affecting him. It was pushing him back. And the fact that you've gotten knockouts the way you have in the past, some fighters tend to fall in love with that power. Was it that? Maybe in your head, it's like maybe if I hit this guy and he's gonna fall, when I hit him with my heat. And now that you see that, you're like, maybe that's another wrinkle in my cap where I can, not rely on that power too much in times, and maybe just go back to grassroots boxing.
Yeah, it's basically like Donaire's problem. Donaire always thinks he can knock somebody out with one punch, and I kind of get like that sometimes when I start landing. Then I think, oh, one big shot is gonna take this dude out, and that's not the name of the game. It's just basically to punch. I think in the 9th round, I went on a little rally, and I clipped him with the right hand, and you know, he got a little bit dazed, and he went back to the ropes, and I think I threw like 3 big shots, just like home run shots, and then I like mid flurry, I was just basically thinking to myself, like, I just gotta hit this guy. So then you could see me just throwing a little bit of pitter patter just to touch the guys, just to get my just to get like a sense of where he was gonna be at.
All right, last question. Where do you go from here now that you got, of course, you're gonna let the cut heal, get some rest, but you know, how soon do you want to get back in the ring, and what are the talks that you coming back?
I mean, as of right now, you know, I have 45-day suspension because of the cut. So, you know, like Peyton Manning says, you know, just go home, drink a lot of beer, and just you know, rest and reflect on the fight, and you know, we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Pretty sure I'm gonna come back maybe in April or May. Don't know which date yet, but you know, I think probably gonna be on a CBS Sports Network card.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate you letting us follow you around. You know, with the whole, you know, before the fight, you know, flying in, or you know, with the whole kind of documentary style. But appreciate that you letting us hang around with a camera in your face, man. But any last words?
No, just, you know, follow me on social media, Adam Lopez, on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook.
This is TBV.
You know,
You're listening to the Boxing
just get the
Voice.
hose.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, Rod, starting out.
No other sight in the game could see the Boxing Voice.